Pancho, Pancheeto, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, Pancheeto, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, ay, Pancho.
Warning, the following videos aren't intended to hurt and or bully anyone. It's solely my job in salvation to report on what's going on with the YouTube community and give my opinion because my opinion matters. Sorry about that. Weenie Hut Junior discretion is advised.
So the idea of marriage was like such a big thing in me. So I feel like when I was young, I was taking notes, all the things my dad didn't do, all the things my mom wanted, and all the things that if I did this, and my marriage would be perfect. If only my dad would do this, their marriage would fix. Like, it consumed me so much. So when I remember when I would started going dating my ex-husband, it was like all I thought about. Like, my relationship was everything to me. It was all I thought about, all I wanted. And I didn't even care about myself. I didn't care about my friends. I don't care about nothing. It was just me and him because I was like, and I'm gonna make this work. It was more for like my inner child.
Oh, like to heal the part that you didn't get to see with your parents. And were you raised as an only child with just you and your parents?
No, I have an older sister and a younger brother. But I asked them now, like, we'd have conversations, and it didn't affect them the way it affected me. I don't know why. I'm like the younger. I'm the middle child.
And how was your reactions from your family and your parents when they found out like you guys were gonna get married that young?
I thought it was crazy. I was so young. They were like, no, like, don't do it. Like, you're so young. You guys could just be dating. But I wanted to move in. I was like this idea of like a partner. Like,
yes,
I needed to heal something in me. And so I was like, I moved him into my parents' house. We started like.
She's the one where the allegedly people are saying that her husband and her mom had a relationship, right, chat?
We're a married couple at such a like fast pace, and I wanted to do everything such a fast pace, know. Now I think back, I was like, why? Like, why?
What was the rush?
What was the rush? But
it's something that you like you said before, it was probably such a childhood traumatic experience for you, seeing your parents go through that, where you needed to fulfill that.
Yeah, I need to fulfill.
And you were young. You were 18 when you first met him, and you guys were having those early conversations, being 18, 19, 20, and you guys decided to get married at 21.
At such a young age, like, I saw all the red flags he had, all of them, and I knew. And you have this gut feeling saying like, aquí no es. This is not it.
So you've been feeling like that.
Yeah.
Boy. So from what I'm understanding, that she just wanted this dream relationship, dream husband, dream whatever, real fast. But if you saw the red flags, what the flag in Dublin? If you saw it so early, and Chad, this goes for any girls that are watching me right now, bro. If you already catching red flags and y'all not even married yet, don't be a cacahuate.
Yeah, since we were dating, and that's why I'm like, I'm so dumb. But like inside of me, like, I just needed to. If he gave me just a little bit of love, even if I saw 100 red flags, to me it was worth it.
And I'm gonna be honest, Chad, too. There's times, bro, where I'm like, damn, bro. I think I'm 25, going to be 26 next week. But there's times where I'm like, bro, I'm pushing unk status. But then again, the thing is, Chad, you can't rush things like that. You can't rush things like that because, yeah, I might be pushing unk status, but then this can happen. You feel what I'm saying? Where the girl can go cheat on me or something. And she's not truly the love of my life, Chad. So I'll continue being an unk until we find the proper and right one. You feel me?
And do you feel like you were like that because you saw how your parents were?
So my dad, like I said, he was never affectionate. He was never like cariñoso.
Like there wasn't no effort.
No effort. Like, he would never like, oh, estás bonita, ves bonita. Oh, te ves, ay, que te compro, or like nothing like that to my mom. So my ex-husband, he was so like, te ves hermosa, preciosa, chiquitita, all of like flowers. So to me, it was like fulfilling.
Yeah, because it was your first time witnessing that.
Yeah, it was my first time witnessing
everything.
Yeah, so when I saw all of that, he would give me all like the words of affirmation, the gifts to me. Even if I saw the red flags, this was like, okay, as long as he does this, doesn't matter.
And then how was it for you guys when it was time for you guys to get married? Like, did you guys have a wedding? Did you guys go to on a honeymoon or anything like that?
No, we did. So it was during COVID. He would always talk to me like, we're gonna get married and stuff, and I was all ilusionada, like, oh yeah, we're gonna get married, and we moved in together, and then we had plans already to get married that year, and then COVID happened, so he didn't have papers. And so it's like, okay, if we're not gonna have this big wedding, let's just get married through the court, and then I'll fix your papers, and when we have the papers, when he gets his papers, we'll have this dream ranch wedding in Mexico, and he promised me that we're gonna have this beautiful, like my dream wedding, like all.
Don't cry, don't cry. I'm not good with people crying, bruh. Bruh, and this is why you don't listen to people that promise you things, chat. I could promise her a unicorn. She ain't never gonna get a unicorn. But damn, that sucks, chat. She got promised a dream marriage in Mexico, and she didn't get her unicorn, chat.
Of the things, like I had vision boards. I had like this dream. I remember I went to go get my dress. I went with my mom, my sister, and we went to go pick up dresses, and I had bought it already, and but then COVID happened, so we were able to get this dream wedding. So I just settled for like a court. We went to court together. I had just like my parents, his sister, and his brother, and I didn't even care. I was like, as long as I get married, like I don't even care at this point. I just want to get married, and I would just settle. Like I just settled for so long because it was just so important for me. So we got married from court, and then I was okay. We'll start the immigration process, and one day we're gonna get married. Then we got pregnant, and then we bought a house, and then we got pregnant again, and then more things just happened, and he still didn't have his paper. So we're like, okay, one day, and we still haven't, and we will never have our dream wedding. But
And then how soon was it when you guys
Wait, did she ever give the did she ever give the guy the papers, or she at least he didn't get papers through her, or he got papers through her? Anybody know?
first got pregnant with your first baby?
so in the court wedding, I was already pregnant. I was probably like 6 weeks.
You were okay.
Uh-huh.
At this point, you guys had no idea you were pregnant Or did you
I
guys-
found out a couple of days before.
before you
Uh-huh.
got married. Okay. Do you feel like after you finding out you guys were pregnant, you guys were for sure like, yeah,
Yeah.
like we have to get married. This is, oh my goodness.
Everything just made it like sealed.
Yes.
So they do.
And then how old were you at this point?
I'm like,
21.
it's
maybe.
blurred.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many days. What
everything
days.
happened so
everything
fast.
was just. It was like in that same year. Everything happened in that year.
Shoot,
I don't know if I was 20 or 21, but
Mhm. And then soon after
I'm still
that,
21 right now.
right? You're like mentally, I'm still 21.
21.
And then soon after that, so you're, at this point, you're 21.
don't be
You
a dirtbag.
find out you're pregnant. You guys just got married, and then your second baby comes along. How was the timeline with that?
My daughter was. I found out I was pregnant when I was pregnant when my daughter's first birthday.
Oh, you found out you're pregnant with your second one.
She was 1, so I had 2 under 2. Like everything was quick, and it was hard because I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, but
And you guys are freshly married. How was married life for you guys in the beginning?
I feel like we were already married.
Oh, when you
Before-
guys had,
yeah.
oh, because you guys moved in fast.
Yeah, we moved in fast, you know.
And then before, so you guys are married now with 2 kids. And then when do you feel like things started getting complicated in the marriage between you guys?
Like I said, as such a early age, I saw all the red flags. Like he was very lustful with other people, like other.
Lustful basically means he had his ojitos elsewhere, right, chat? Basically, what she's trying to say is he was not keeping his eyes on the road, if you see what I'm saying.
Woman, you know, I knew that, and I remember like seeing like text messages with people with other women, and I was like, well, it's not enough for me to leave him. And I was like, well, it's not enough for me with people with other women, and I was like, well, it's not enough for me to leave him. I remember like seeing like text messages with people with other women, and I was like, well, it's not enough for me to leave him.
Okay, let's try to be as respectful as we can here. So you saw your man's texting other female at a young age, and you decided it wasn't enough for you to leave him, and you still wanted to marry him? What the flying Dublin? Like, I'm trying to process, like, you saw him cheating. That's basically cheating, chat, because what the flying Dublin? And then you still wanted the marriage. He used her big time, and she was blinded by the idea of having an ideal family. Sadly, some are young and dumb. She probably didn't cook for him. Number one reason why God leaves. All right, dirtbag.
And thinking back to like my parents' marriage, it was like they never left, even if they didn't even like love each other. So why would I leave for this? I need something bigger to leave. To me, it was like it was not enough. Like I could still make it work. No matter what I saw, I feel like it was my. I could still see the potential.
Damn. So what I think is that she had like that traditional, which is kind of like rare that you see girls like with that mindset. Because nowadays girls they don't give a flying Dublin. They're leaving you like that. But she probably had the authentic traditional Mexican mindset where it's like, well, he wasn't with the girl physically. It's just flirting. So you're good. That's what it's sounding like right now, chat.
So I'm like, why? Why couldn't I? I'm like, today, I'm like, I'm so dumb. Like, I could have left a long time ago. And I saw the things that he did wrong and all of the, how wrong it was to stay. But
It was just hard for you.
it was just, I wasn't, I didn't want to fail my inner child. Like, I felt like it was a failing for, like, it was like, no, I can't do this to myself. I can't. I failed my marriage so quick if we literally just got married.
And you have mentioned that your mom was very verbal with your dad and very open about how she was feeling. Do you feel like you also took that step to tell your ex-husband, like, I'm not liking this. Like, I don't
Yes.
like how lustful you are.
I was very verbal with him, and I would try to change him, and I would try to change myself too. So I was like, if I can't change him, I'm gonna change myself. And every time I would see that he was being disrespectful, if he was lesser with other women, I would find text messages. I would try to change myself in a way that maybe if I changed myself, he would see me different, or he would love me more, or he would.
What does that even mean? Like, is she showing up in like lingerie, or like to just try to get his? Is that what she's trying to say? Like, she'll show up in like a tanga to maybe just get his attention? I'm kind of confused here. What does she mean? She was trying to change her way. If the guy's already cheating, like what? I'm kind of. Can some of you girls educate me there on that statement? Like, is she trying to look more sexy when she sees the guy? Somebody educate me here because Dirtbag says she probably had no grip. All right, Dirtbag, that's the last comment I read of yours out loud. But I guess she means like being the girls that he'd be texting. Oh, okay. Maybe that makes sense. So yeah, maybe like a little tanguita when he comes from work.
Would see me different, or he would love me more, or he would fall in love with me more if he would just see that I'm the woman for him. And it was just getting worse every single time. Every time he would do it, it would get worse.
And chat, I think we were one of the first ones to reveal that he was cheating on her with some guy from or some girl from Mexico, chat, weren't we? And everyone thought I was a crazy one. That he was texting her on Facebook and I had posted that, and then everyone came at me and said that would never happen. Chat. And then I was a crazy one. Y'all remember that? There has to be someone here that remembers that.
So I think it doesn't matter how much you change yourself. If they don't want to be saved, they're never going to change.
Don't save
And then
her.
you also have
She don't-
mentioned that he was very controlling.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's been like that since the beginning? That's how it was kind of hard for you, or for him at least, to listen to how, for him to listen to your feelings and when you would express yourself to him?
I feel like he's a very Mexican machista man, and he's not emotionally intelligent. So I feel like no matter how I told him how I felt, he didn't understand me. And because I've been to therapy for such a long time, I knew my feelings and I knew how to communicate my feelings. And to him, it was like, okay, what do you need then? Like, do I just buy you this or do I just change for such a short time? He would change for a moment and then he would go back after to the way he.
Damn. So if what she's saying is that he had the machista mindset, she would probably be over here spilling her heart out, and then he's like, "Cállese, cabrona." Damn, bruh. That's what it's making it sound like. Like the guy had like that vintage machista vibes. Babe, but can you change? Can you stop texting all these girls? Cállese, cabrona. You see what I'm saying, chat?
He was. So I was like, okay, if he doesn't know how to understand me, let's go to therapy.
Oh, so you guys both started couples therapy or marriage therapy?
Yeah, so we started, I took him to marriage therapy and we would sit
You think he used chispa? Hell yeah, dirtbag.
down and we would talk to our feelings. But because he grew up in an environment where he never was able to express his feelings, he doesn't even know how to. It was really hard for being in therapy and him being like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how this, or I don't know. To me, I was like, it was really hard. So then he just gave up. He was like, I'll just change. And he'll change for a bit, and everything will be perfect for a couple months, and then the cycle will go again. So it was like a very sad cycle of like, okay, I would get my hopes up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And you have faith.
I had faith, and I was like, okay, he said he's gonna change, and I'm gonna believe him because that's all I have. Because I really want this to work out.
What I'm curious about is like, how was all of that while you were still filming your live and your audience had no idea any of this was happening?
Oh, we did. I had an idea.
He, like I told you, like he was a very like Mexican machista man. He came from Mexico, so they're used to the woman being very submissive, being the housewoman, the one that only takes care of the kids, not going out with her friends a lot, not going out partying. So I got married with him very young, so I never got to live like my 20s the way that people did. It was if it wasn't, it had to be with him, you know. And we got married really young, and then we got kids, another baby. So we started like it's like being like away from everyone, you know, just us in a bubble. But because I've always dreamed of that, because my parents were never like going out together. It was just I like my inner child just wanted my family and nothing else. That to me is like, I don't care if I lose all of this, and if I don't have my friends, if I don't go have my 20s, live my 20s, go out partying, like as long as I have my little family, and no matter if he's controlling, and if he just wants us, like it's okay. And then you knew like, and so he was controlling, and he did do all of these like. I didn't go out as much, or they would invite me to these events, and I know it would bother him, so I rather not even mention it to him, because I was like, I don't want to like upset him. I don't want him to think that I'm this woman that he doesn't want. He wants this woman that he's a submissive woman, and I was very submissive, and I was very wanted to be this woman that I knew I wasn't, but I wanted to fulfill him. And if it took that, then I was okay with it. You were
okay with it? And did any of your family members or even friends ever
parents,
tell you, like...
my sister, my mom, my friends would like look at me like, what
like,
are
Lulu,
you
wake
doing?
up.
Like,
what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Like, my mom, my sister were like, let's go out. I'm like, oh, no, it's because I would never really want to leave him with the kids, because I didn't want him to feel like he is, like, they're not used to, like, them... Like Mexican men are not used to being the the caretakers of the kids. So to me, it's like I need to be that woman for him, the one that's always with the kids, a woman that's doing all these roles. And I had my full-time job, but I was the one cooking, I was the one doing these. And yeah, after the second infidelity, the last one before this one, I kind of opened my eyes after. I was like, okay, you know what? Why am I doing all of this? And he's still doing it. So I started opening my eyes a little bit, and I started like asking him for more, like, help me with the kids, or help me clean, or I don't want to be the only one. And then I started going a little bit more. But
like you were a little bit more like verbally.
Yeah, verbally like, okay, I want to go out, but I would like when he was like in a better mood, or like making it seem like it's better. Like it wasn't just like I was able to say, okay, let me go out, like maybe pick it up. I'd be like once in a while, so it wouldn't be like so much. Because I still wanted to feel like I'm this woman of like this woman that's in their house, or this woman that like is just for her family, which is normal, you know. It's just like this normal lifestyle, but the lifestyle of like my job is different. That it's hard to be this role of all of the roles in the house. I get it if you are just a stay-at-home mother, but I don't know. It's like a confusing.
Yeah, because meanwhile, all of this is happening behind closed doors. You were still filming your life on social media,
Yeah.
on YouTube. You were still vlogging, and you were able to hide that from social
Yeah,
media.
because I feel like what helped me was film the life I wanted, film the husband I wanted, and the person I vlogged, the person I did, like the things I edited out is the person I wanted him to be. I edited a lot of him out of who he really was because I didn't want no one to see him that way because it hurted me. I loved him so much, no matter the person that he was to me. Like I loved him, and I wanted people to see the good in him because I always had this idea of him, and I was like, I saw so much potential in it. He just did this. Like I tried to tweak him into the the guy I wanted, and that's what I wanted people to see him as.
It's always the potential that we see in them.
Yeah.
That literally just mind blows us.
Yeah.
And we make up this fictional character in our head.
I think I was more in love with the idea of who I thought he could be.
Yes.
And who he was, because he was very disrespectful to me. And what hurt me the most is not him doing it in closed doors, but he doing it in person, like when people were around.
Oh,
Because
like
I was like, I can't even hide you when it's in front of my friends, in front. I don't know why I try to hide it so much, because there's something psychologically wrong with me.
I don't think it's your fault though.
But I just feel like I'm so dumb. Like I knew he was like such a wrong person for me because he was very rude and like grosero. But I'm like, I don't want people to know.
Like you were hiding that from your family.
Because I feel like my mom was very she would tell people exactly how my dad was. And to me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna hide everyone from who like my husband is. Like I don't want no, like it was just between me and him. All my problems I would never tell anybody. I would tell I had like two really close friends, and I would tell things too, but I would still not tell him all the things because it was like if I could just like hide it from the world, like maybe people wouldn't notice. And if I could take all the punches, and that would be okay.
When you're raising your two babies,
I know, but I'm just like,
and you're also the breadwinner in your household, doing all of this, trying to be a stay-at-home mom, trying to be a good wife to your ex-partner, trying to raise your kids, trying to create income for your family.
But I just thought like he's gonna change one day. Like if I just change myself so much to the person that he loves, like maybe he would just see one day like I'm worth it, and he will change. He's gonna change. And so I've always had the faith that he was gonna change. Like he's gonna wake up one day and he's gonna be this whole different person.
Yeah. And was there a moment where it officially stamped in your head, like, no, I need to wake up. This is not okay. What made you actually be like, I have to leave him?
So for so long, I tried to change him, right? And then one day, like the last time he cheated on me, I was pregnant with my son, and I had gave birth. I didn't let him be in my birth because I had just found out he cheated on me a couple of days before I gave birth. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I can't do this anymore. I'm pregnant. Like, how could you cheat on me while I'm pregnant? Like, that was a most vulnerable moment in my life. Like, why would you do this? Like, I'm carrying your child. And I was like, I can't do it. So I told him, get out. So he took all his things. I was going to.
God damn, Rogelio. Brozo, she's about to give birth. She said 4 days prior. And I'm trying to figure out. If this is if this is when these accusations are going on that he was with the mom. Imagine 4 days before Annan was with the mom. God damn.
Like, I'm done. But I was in such a vulnerable place that moment. I had just a newborn.
Yeah, you were going through postpartum.
I was going through postpartum. He would come and visit us, and he would come and try to help me. And like I said, he would change for a period of the time. In the moment that he would change, he would be the guy that I dreamed of. He did everything and all the things I ever told him I wanted, he would do at that moment. So to me, it was like, maybe he did change. maybe he is the guy I wanted, because this is exactly who I wanted him to be. So that moment, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. But everyone would come and visit me because we were secluded. But then when I was in postpartum, I would come and visit me. His parents, my parents, would be like, just do it. Just do it. Like, just give it one more chance. This was the first time that everyone knew. This whole time, I've never told anyone he was disrespectful. Never told anyone he cheated on me. Nothing. No one knew. So this was the first time people knew. So it was like, just forgive him this first time. But to me, I was like, no, like, he's done this multiple times already. But this was the first time people knew. So I was like, just like, forgive him. And this is the first time he was like, okay, I'm gonna change. I promise I'm gonna change this. Let's do it different. Let's go to church every Sunday. Let's put God in the middle. So he gave me like a more of a esperanza. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna change this time, then we're gonna go to church. We're gonna put God in the middle of our marriage. So that I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this last time. And I remember, Neil, that time when I was in postpartum, like still bleeding in diapers, like going in my bed and just praying to God, like, God, like, I don't want to be with him anymore. And I know I don't want to be with him, but I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give it to you, and please change him, and I'm going to trust you. I prayed, and I was okay. I told him, okay, we're going to give you one more chance.
Damn, how many chances did he get, bruh? Oh, heck, nah, chat.
We started looking for churches. We went to a couple. We went to a different. We would go like church hunting, and then we found a church in November 2024. We found a church that we loved, and that was the first time I've ever gone on fire for God. And then January came. We started serving. Both of us serving in the church. In February, I got baptized. And I started walking with God, and I started seeing him more change. He started serving. He started being like this man, this godly man. I was like, oh my God, is this real? And then you started going to church. I started going to church, and I started to see all the testimonies of marriages changing, of all the marriages that have gone through fidelity, and their guys change and their mans change. I was like, this is real. I thought I was the only one going through this, but I was like, no, I see that all of these guys change because God restored them, and God changed his marriage. I was okay. De aquí soy. Like, this is gonna save my marriage. January came. I was on fire for God so much. Like, I've never been. Okay, now I feel the chills. Fasting for my marriage, journaling for my marriage, especially for him. I would journal. It was a whole journal of just dedicated to my husband. Of like, God, restore him, change him. Please, God, go to church, serving. I wanted more and more. God, fill my husband. Pray, like we would get prayed for every day. I was like, oh my gosh, God, I saw such a big difference in him. March came along, April came along, June came along. June came along, and I found out that in March, when we were still serving and everything, he was cheating on me. I didn't find out until 3 months after.
With who? Who was he cheating on you with?
My whole world came apart. And I said, so angry, oh God, I told you that to change him. Like, I gave it all to you. Like, so many years I tried to change him for myself. Like, I tried to change him, but this time I gave it to you. And you still couldn't change him? So that means he's never going to be changed. Like, if it was on, like, God changes anybody. But the thing is, like, they have to want to be changed. Like, I try to save him, and God tried to save him. And I know it's not God's fault, but I was angry at him. But now I'm like, why?
Like, you started to lose faith.
I lost faith. I did. I'm going to be honest. I lost my faith because I was angry that I thought it was God's fault. Because I was like, God, I trusted you. Like, I had the faith of a child that I was like, no, like, God's going to change him. Like, all my family thought I was crazy. All my friends thought I was crazy. I was like, girl, why are you going to believe him again? Like, you're dumb. But like God says, have a faith like a child. Like, so I was like, okay, I Like I believed it like so
I know God's like, boy, what the hell this got to do with me?
much. And I was like, I was going for it. So, I felt so dumb after. So, like, I've never felt more dumb in my whole entire life than when I found out that he was cheating on me when I gave it to God. Because I was like, God, please, like, I had so much faith in you. Like, why did you do this to me? So that's when I said, like, I can't no more, because if God could not change you, then nothing I could ever do, no matter how much I change, you will never change, because you do not want to be changed. And I started seeing him for the person that he was. And that was the moment I said, okay, I'm done, because you're not the guy for me. And then I left, because I said,
I'm like, I feel like that just gave me the chills. It's crazy because I think that all of the praying that you were doing, like you expected a different answer, but I think that if in reality, like he gave you the eye for you to actually see who your ex-husband was.
yeah, I think he gave me a different lens.
Yes, he gave you like the clarity of
The
it.
clarity.
Yes.
And he was like, I started seeing God, like, he takes care of his daughters.
He does. He's such a
girl's dad. He was like,
Yes.
baby, you are not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna let you be dumb. I'm not gonna let you que te ven la cara de mensa. Like, he is not your husband. I have your husband somewhere else, and it is time for you to get up and leave. I heard him, get up and leave. The moment I found out, I was like, okay, I'm done. And I never felt like the power. Every time I would find out, I felt weak. I was like, I'm not ready. Like, God, I'm failing my inner child. And this time he was like, you're not. I'm giving you the strength to leave, because this is not where you're supposed to leave.
He's like, I'm listening to you, but I'm going to give you a different outcome.
Yeah. He was like, although you're praying for your husband, I have your husband somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I know that.
You were praying for your future husband, probably. Oh my goodness, that is such a beautiful testimony. It's so insane, because the fact that you were able to just leave so quick, because I know you have mentioned that when you first found out that you were getting cheated on, the first thing you did was you called your realtor and you were just like, let's sell the house. Yeah. Walk us through all of that. Like, what were your first steps when you already knew in your heart, like, I'm getting up, I'm leaving. I know I have 2 kids with this man, but enough is enough. Like, what happened in your head through all of that?
Because I was so, when the last time that happened, I told him, this is the last time. Like, I reassured him so much, this is the last time. And I would tell everyone, this is the last time. There is no going back after. So he knew. And so I think because I forgave him so many times, he was like, this girl's going to go back to me. She's going to go back. She's going back. So he not take me serious.
Like, he was just performing for you.
That's literally all it was. This time I was like, I had to, like, be so for real with what I said. Like, I have to, like,
stand on business.
Like, yes. I said what I said, and that's done. So to me, I was like, yeah. And I told God, and he was like, I heard him clearly, like, it's done. It's time.
And how was it for you when you first called your realtor and you were like, I have to sell the house?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's when it settled in? Yeah. You're just like,
I didn't feel like it was real until my house was sold. Because it was such a cycle of this happening so many times. I was like, if I stay here, I'm going to go back. I already know myself, because I wanted this so much. I didn't, like, I need to close it. That's why I posted on social media. That's why I sold my house, because I know that I was not as strong I wasn't strong alone. Like, I don't know if, like, I needed to, like, have.
You probably just needed, like, a community behind you, and just someone to tell you, like, oh, I've been through that. Like,
yeah, and then just, like, accountability. I need accountability, like, standing on business.
Oh, yes.
Like, if you say something, like, pull through it. Because if I didn't tell nobody, it's so easy to be like, okay, I'm going to just forgive you. Like, no one knows. I'm not going to look dumb. But once you look dumb, then.
Like, you needed to hold yourself accountable.
I need to hold accountability. So if I sold my house, I knew I was never going to go back. If I told people on social media, they will never forget. They will never let me forget, you know? And to me, because I've gone through it so many times, it's easy for me to snap back and forget everything. Every time I would forgive him, I would never bring it back. Bring it out back. I would be like, forgive and forget. And to me, it was like, I'm not going to forgive or forget. I mean, I do want to forgive, but I'm not ready there. But I don't want to forget this time. So that's why I posted it the first time ever. And I know people are like, you're so fake. Why didn't you tell everyone? Like, you made people like look up to your marriage. But because that's what I wanted for myself. Not because I wanted to give people a show, but that's because I wanted to for myself.
Yes. And then at the end of the day, like you said before, you always had faith that it was going to work out because you saw the potential and you never knew you were going to be in this position where you're now divorced with 2 kids. You just sold your house and people were posting when you were selling your house. There was a video that you showed me earlier where you had black bags outside of your house and people would stalk your house to see if it was actually true.
Yeah, that was a really hard time because I was already going through so vulnerable time. And I know that I was the one posting on social media, but I didn't know people were actually going to show up to my house. Every day there's people outside of my house recording me. Like I'd be like, I had to close all my windows, barely go out because I was scared that people were just recording me. Like what is she doing? Like zoom into if I was there. People wanted to make sure that he wasn't there. Like that people thought that this was a show for content that was monetizing. And I'm like, this is my life. Like, I'm not going to no, this is fake. You're actually with him. And people would try to see if he was there. And so it was really hard because people think like my life is a show and they would come and see my house. But I was so scared at night. Like it was just me and my babies. I would be anxiety through the roof that people would try to jump or the fence or people would try to start like be there because people would just stand outside of my house.
Yeah.
Cars all the time outside of my house. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, there was
so
literally TikTok
scary.
videos on it on TikTok.
Yeah. I was so afraid.
And I think it was just such I feel like it's so inspiring because that's such a powerful move for you. Just like you said, like, okay, I'm going to hold myself accountable now. Like, I'm going to tell the world, I'm going to share this since you've been sharing pretty much your whole life since you were 18 with your audience. And it's so powerful to see you just pick up and be like, no, I'm going to choose myself first. Like, you chose yourself for the very first time.
Thank you. I think I thank you for that. But I also think like I don't want people to think it was easy.
No, of course
Like,
not.
oh, do it like Lulu. Like Lulu, I see Lulu's inspiring, but I'm like, I'm not as strong as everyone seems. Like, it took me years to do it, and I did it behind closed door. And I know how hard it is. That even if I am financially stable and I was able to just walk away, I know women aren't able to do that. So I can't imagine how more hard it is to just walk out. So I don't want it to come off as easy or like, oh, like you make divorce look so good on you. I don't ever want to glorify divorce. Like if I could save my marriage, I would 100% would do it. Like marriage is supposed to be the most beautiful, sacred,
yes.
thing ever. So I don't want it to be such a easy and like, oh, just get divorced. Like I would never, if you were my friend, not that you're not my friend, but like if my friend would come up here and tell me like, I want to divorce my husband, I would never aconsejar like, yeah, leave him. Never in a million years would I give her that consejo. Like, yeah, it's so much fun to be single. Like I'm living my life. Look how glowy I am. Like. I would never tell her this. Like, I'm doing this, but I'm still in survival mode. I am not healed. I am still going through it. There's moments I cry myself to sleep. There's moments like I'm like, what am I doing? Was it better did I make the right move? Did I do this? Like, it's not easy. So
you had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations for you to get in the position.
And be emotionally strong. But I do want to tell you that if you're going through this right now, have like faith that God is right in back of you. Like if it wasn't for him, I am where I am, who I am right now, or like the strongest I am because I know God is giving me the strength. Because before when he wasn't in my life, I felt weak and I was like, I'm not able to do it mentally, emotionally. I'm not able to walk away. But God, the moment that I was able to walk away, I had God with me. When he was like, girl, leave. And I was like, how? And he was like, I'm going to give you the strength.
Yes.
And he gave me, and he gave me the peace that knowing like you're making the right decision. Because I know going through this as women, we're like, are we failing our kids? Are we failing we're failing all of these people? But God's like, no, you're not failing them.
Especially with kids. And I think that is such a topic that I think that a lot of like content creators don't really touch touch on, because they do have their family. You know, they are with their partner, their husband, with kids, and there's a very few of us where we, unfortunately, we do have to leave even though we have kids, because we leave no, like, we don't have any other option. Like, do you, I really hope that people don't think like we didn't choose this. Like, we don't want to be single moms.
No.
Like, it's hard. Like, it's hard financially, it's hard emotionally, mentally, and it's hard on our kids.
And I know you, if you could be with, like,
I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm like, hold on. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe.
Let me word it better.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't choose this lifestyle.
Yeah,
we didn't
Not
choose
Elijah.
being a
Not
single
Elijah.
mom.
Yeah. No, yeah, I feel like I had no other choice.
We had no choice.
Because I also, I had to make that choice because, I was disrespected as a woman, just like how you were in your marriage. I wasn't married, but it took him one chance for him to cross that line.
Wow, and that's amazing to be able to trust your gut and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
I think in my situation, I think it only took one chance just because it happened in front of my daughter. And to me, I'm like, oh, like now you weren't just disrespecting me. You were disrespecting our baby.
But can I ask you, did you grow up with your parents separated or together?
No, separated. So my mom was a single mom her entire life. From what I remember of my dad, I know who he is. I know what he looks like. But he left when I was 5. And he left. My mom left. I think the reason why it was easy for me to just pick up that one chance that he decided to not be faithful was because I saw my mom do it. And my dad had an entire different family. We were actually his second family, and he has 5 kids with my mom. We were with his second family. Oh my gosh. And my mom found that out, and she did not care. She left him.
And that's what I was going to ask you. You had that example to leave. And to me, I had the example to, no matter how much we didn't want to be here, we're going to be here.
And you're going to try to work it out.
We're going to work it out, or we're just going to be here for the family. So I had that example. So no matter how hard the things got, I was like, I can't leave. Like, it was so hard for my mom to leave. She never did. So it was hard for me, So that's why I asked you. I was like, did you watch that?
Yeah, I think it was, in my situation, it was very different because I did lead. I think my mom, on accident, she did kind of lead us to like, we're not gonna take anything from them.
Yeah, and that's so powerful, and that's amazing to be like, I know es, and just get up and leave. That's an amazing and powerful like thing to give to your child. Yeah. And that's what I want to give my daughter too. I want her to be like, if I'm the moment I'm disrespected, the moment that I don't like, even if you don't even like something about that person, to be able to get up and choose yourself. Because I didn't know how to choose myself.
And I think that's why I tell you, I'm like, what you did was so powerful. And the fact that you shared it with so many people online. Because it doesn't take just like in most cases, it takes multiple chances for the woman to leave. And that's perfectly normal. It's normal. Like,
it's okay.
It's okay. Like, it's hard, but one day God's going to plant that little seed in you and he's going to tell you it's time now.